Well, the ceremony today really heralds the dawn of a new day in the further economic integration and socio-economic development generally of the sub-region and, in fact, of the entire Caribbean region. Because, as I indicated in the statement a while ago, the integration of the OECS is, in fact, part of the integration of the wider Caribbean community, and so this is very critically important for the peoples of the Caribbean region. It brings us hope for a better and brighter future, not for some people of the Eastern Caribbean, but all of the peoples of the Eastern Caribbean. In fact, one immediate way that it will assist is the free movement of people, the free movement of goods, the free movement of capital. A member who is a citizen of Dominica, for example, is almost automatically a member of the OECS and thus has the right to establish businesses in St. Kitts and Nevis. The same thing, a businessman in St. Kitts and Nevis now has the right, after the economic union is fully established, to establish his business in Dominica or any other member territory of the union. It allows for free movement of skilled people, but not just skilled people, in fact all people. Of course, one country would have its own domestic laws, and within the articles that make up the treaty, there are specific concerns that can allow a national country to restrict the movement. But I'm sure that those would be in very rare circumstances. It therefore provides a brighter future for the people of the sub-region of the OECS. Why here in Basseterre? Because, of course, Basseterre is the capital city, I would say, in terms of integration, regional integration of the OECS. Here is where we find, to some extent, one of the most important institutions that has kept the OECS going as a single entity, and that is our central bank. Not only the central bank, but a number of other related financial institutions, the Home Mortgage Bank, the Eastern Caribbean Stock Exchange, the Enterprise Fund, and several other economic entities and institutions are here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Why St. Kitts and Nevis? Because I believe historically we have proven to be a country that believes in further integration of the Caribbean. You would remember that it was our first national hero, the Right Excellent, Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw, who demonstrated his commitment to regional integration when he left here in the 60s and went on to the West Indies Federation, the only one that there was, and he became the first finance minister of that federation. You would also remember that Sir Caleb Azariah Paul Southwell, he died, actually passed away in St. Lucia when he and his colleagues were putting together the final touches to what eventually became the treaty that established the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. You would also recall that it was here in St. Kitts that the treaty was eventually signed. It was under the Right Excellent Sir Dr. Kennedy Simmons that the first treaty was signed. We commonly refer to it as the Treaty of Basseterre. There's no official document that states it to be so. It is the treaty that established the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. And so we felt that since it is known in history to be the Treaty of Basseterre, why not have a real Treaty of Basseterre? And so we've come at this time, under my chairmanship of the OECS Authority, to put our important signatures, or I should say initials, of our names to that document that eventually will establish the Organization for Eastern Caribbean States Economic Union, the Economic Union of the Eastern Caribbean States. So it is really history in the making, because at this time I'm the chairman, and also at this time I'm the longest serving current leader of the Caribbean community.